Hey there everybody, Professor Cloud here. Welcome to Season 2 of Professor Builds an Anno 1800 Empire. As I talked about in the first season, I'm going to be breaking this playthrough of Anno 1800, this building of an Anno 1800 Empire, into multiple pieces based on the DLCs that are available. So when you boot up Anno 1800 without any of the DLCs, you get what I delivered in the first season, which was access to the old world, access to the new world. Then DLCs started to release that provided new world access with different mechanics, different islands, different capabilities. The first of those being Sunken Treasures, where the excavation is required to go and save the queen, and at the end of that we find ourselves in a new location. So that is what this season is going to be focused on. We of course will continue to maintain and build up both the old world and the new world, but we're going to probably be doing it at a slower pace so that we can focus on the Sunken Treasures DLC and its content. And then future seasons we will add in Land of the Lions and we will add in Antarctica. Those being the two remaining DLCs. I will also call out that there are rumors right now that Ubisoft is currently in the makings of a new Anno game. There has been no information whatsoever, just that they are making one, but we don't know anything about it whatsoever. I certainly hope that it's true. I'm a big fan of this game. Certainly I've put in a number of hours into it now. But let's go ahead and this episode, we're going to basically look at what we currently have and see what are the next things that we want to start producing. Because remember, at the end of Season 1, in the new world, we had just upgraded to Artistas, and in the old world, we had just upgraded to Engineers. So we need to start looking at, well, what are the things that we need to do to start building those two groups up so that we have populations of them in both locations, and what is that going to require? I already know that coffee is going to be a key, so we're probably going to have to make sure to build up a good coffee plantation somewhere. I actually think I have an island in the new world that we can just focus on coffee, very similar to what we did with Barcelona and rum. But let's go ahead and jump back into the game, see where things stand, and then we'll also make sure to try and kick off the expedition for Sunken Treasures. Okay, so here we are back at Newcastle, our original starting settlement in the old world. We've got all of our workers down here at the bottom. We've got the majority of our farmers here in the middle, and we are absolutely going to need to expand them. We then moved our artists out here to the top coastline, and we did upgrade our first artist to engineer status. I believe that that's right here.
Qualitative assessments, yes. Show promise.
So, if we open up our engineers, we can see that they are already taking advantage of our canned food, our fur coats, sewing machines, and the university. But they are also going to need spectacles. That's actually the next thing to unlock. They are going to need coffee, so remember I talked about that. And that comes from the new world. But we need 1,000 engineers before we can get to that point. Now, one thing I am not sure of is if I am going to leave engineers up here, or am I going to start to move them to a separate location. Not 100% certain of that yet, but we'll figure it out as we go along. At the moment, though, we've got 135 engineers extra. We've got an extra 989 artists, 740 workers, and 413 farmers. Everyone is nice and happy. And if we look at our balance, we've got a 3,000 revenue stream running in to just Newcastle by itself. So spectacles would be the next thing to keep an eye on. And spectacles require a lot of things. They require glass. We already have that being made, so that's not a problem. But they also require zinc, copper, which get turned into brass, and then those two will get turned into spectacles. Now, unfortunately, Newcastle does not have either zinc or copper, but I do have another island that does, and I believe it is Norwich right here. So Norwich has zinc, Norwich has copper. But we have not built out Norwich yet, so we're going to have to do that. And let's take a quick look at what those two require. They're going to require copper, they're going to require steel, they're going to require windows, they're going to require something else that we don't have. Reinforced concrete, iron, coal, into steel. They also require limestone. So all of this is going to need to get built here on Norwich. So before we can even really start to spread our wings with engineers, we need to build out Norwich. We need to start building out some of the capabilities here. I've got wood, I've got some steel, but I'm going to need to get brick. That's no problem, that's right here. We've got a couple of clay deposits on this island. I don't know where is the second? Good lord, the second one's way out here. We've got limestone here, we've got zinc, coal, iron, copper, iron. So we're going to need to build this out to be a production facility island, and we're going to need to do it as quickly as possible. So let's go ahead and build out the basics first and get this running. I'm going to slow things down while I do this really quickly. We have not built a new island in quite some time, so this is going to be fun. Do it this way. Marketplace. We know we're going to need that. Let's make it a little bit central. Actually, here, let's do this. Farmer residence. Actually, no. Put the marketplace right there. So my plan, if I can, is to do that, except for I'm going to probably need to do that first. Oops. Okay. Alright, so that's just a start. Now, next thing is we need to get lumber rolling as quickly as possible. So let's move... Let's put you all the way out here at the edge. And then the sawmill. Okay. And then let's run our road. Great. Alright, so now we should have enough rolling to get started, at least with lumber production. Let me put in a few more houses. There we go. And then we can spread out from there. So that's the beginnings. We should probably also go ahead and put in...
Every rose has its thorns.
Alright, so that's good.
Little fish are careful who they swim with.
Yeah, we'll build this out over time. and as quickly as we can, so we can get access to... Let me see what it takes for... lime. Because that's going to be the key to... We need workers for limestone. Workers for zinc. Where's the copper? There's copper. Yeah, so all we really need to do is get Norwich to the worker level and then go from there. And that should get us what we need to start building out spectacles. Oh, that's right. We need a... Yeah, forgot about a small warehouse. There we go. Alright, we can speed things up. That'll get things rolling there in Norwich. Okay, that's up to 3 now. Let me put in... Okay. Alright, that's good. So now we know what we need to do to get things moving with our engineers in Newcastle. Let's now flip over to the New World. And this is our main colony, Madrid. And Madrid, just like Newcastle, is doing fairly well. It's got a positive revenue stream of 765. And everyone seems to be happy. Again, we've got the majority of our workforce right here. These are our obreros. I moved all of the jornaleros or farmers up here. I'm going to be, continuing to do that. And then we also upgraded our
Makes me want to keep striving.
I gotta find. I don't know what the artista. I think this is the artista. Yeah.
As a kinkajou in honey.
This is our artistas, and look at the. Look
On
at
the
the
bright side, it'll be over soon.
Fine.
You are so generous.
I really dislike him a great deal. Look at how many different needs the artistas have. It's ridiculously.
I dreamt of a city built entirely of obsidian.
So
Shining under a
the
jaguar
next 2 that we have available to us are mezcal and soccer balls. Now, I don't know that we can create either of them here. They need a Nandu farm and a Kalchuk plantation. I have no idea if I'm saying that correctly. I hope I am. If I am not, someone please correct me in the comments. But as you can see in my Madrid...
Makes me want to believe again.
Okay. As you can see in my fertility for Madrid, I have access to neither of these 2 things. So they're going to have to be built someplace else and shipped. Mezcal is sugarcane combined with herbs, sugar refinery, and an orchard to create mezcal. That's a lot of stuff to create mezcal. But it's the only way we're going to increase our artista population. So we're going to have to start focusing on that. And then happiness, we've already got cigars here in Madrid, thankfully. The next thing would be ice cream. We don't have access to ice cream yet. We need 1,800 artistas before we can get access to that. So let's take a look at where we can potentially build out either soccer balls or mezcal. Mezcal, I'm almost positive, can be built out in Barcelona. But first, I believe Isabella has a quest for us.
Your chance to fight for something worth fighting for.
Oh god, it's an escort quest. Not a single day goes by that I don't worry about the civilians. We need to acquire new lands to relocate the refugees away from this conflict. I've arranged a deal for a distant island, and all we have to do now is pay, but La Corona will not let our vessel leave these waters so easily.
Tell no one.
Alright, where am I going?
Unfurl the sail. Steersman. Unfurl the sail.
Alright, I'll wait for all those ships to get there, and then we'll focus on that. Okay, so
reflects the times.
Let's see what he has to say. There was a fire at the end of the last episode, so I think that's why that's there. Let me edit it. I've got plenty of ability to do so.
I can't believe censorship is not always the cranny of the corrupt.
Okay. So as soon as all of the ships get there, we'll kick off that quest. Let me take a quick look at some of these islands. Okay, so here's Barcelona. Barcelona already has a tremendous amount of sugarcane because of the fact that we're running rum here. So it might very well be that this is the best location for us to create mezcal. It also we could do the Kolchak here, but let's see what our other islands have for us. Cartagena does not have Kolchak, nor does it have Numda. Of course, Numda, I think, is just a farm, so I don't think there's any reason for us to worry about that one. Valencia does have Kolchak. Sevilla does not have Kolchak. So we're probably going to have to build out a new island, which is the reason why I settled them in the first place, so that we would be able to use them. It's going to have to be Valencia. Alright, so we will do that as soon as we finish up with this escort request. But I did want to take a look at something. So Kolchak falls under Jornaleros.
Always for mutual benefit.
So does the Orchard. So it looks like Orchards can do pretty much everything. A non-aggression pact. Sure.
A high-minded
I don't
play.
know why we need that, but okay. Sure. So it looks like orchards can pretty much be done anywhere. So I'm not worried about the orchard or the Kolchak plantation. But what about the Numdu? I don't see where that is. Nandu. Sorry, Nandu. Which just requires farmers. Looks like it can be pretty much produced anywhere. And then if you add electricity to it, it can also
Your
produce
ship
Nandu
has returned
feathers.
from its voyage.
Okay. Yeah, so there is a new ship of the line. It's... yeah, Rising Sun. And I brought that to bring in beer and steel, I believe, to... yeah. Okay. Let's send this back to Newcastle. Because Rising Sun is going to be the ship that we use for the expedition for Sunken Treasures. Alright, so we've got these ships here. We're going to escort you.
Ride with us. Be ready.
Alright, we're going to focus on this because I hate escort quests with a passion.
Fleet ready? Fleet awaiting orders.
Okay. Alright, I'm going to have to be a little bit more careful about this.
Enemy target established.
they're focusing, the ship's popping in and they're focusing on the escorted ship.
Fleet commencing escort.
Unfortunately, I have no idea where we're going. But at this rate, we're not going to make it. I really don't like we've got so much fluctuation in our population and our revenue. I know why it is.
I can gradually seed change.
Oh, that ain't no, lady. I'll take care of that in a minute. Oh, such a huge drop-off. I thought I had fixed all of that. It's all the only reason we've got fluctuation in both the revenue and population is because of the goods that are required to go back and forth
You'll
between
get
the old
paid,
world and the new
same
world.
as any of my men.
Sure.
Carpe diem.
We'll do that as soon as I can. Looks like we're just going to go take this ship off the map.
Spread some happiness with it.
Great.
Don't think you'll be getting any more.
Wow. I love it when Anne decides that she wants to give us money. Oh, we found a new island. Cool. Yeah, we're just escorting it off the map. Ooh, I don't want that island. That island's full of rivers. Make it extremely hard to set up any kind of consistent production. Okay.
You have done a beautiful thing
Great
this
thing.
day.
Alright, good. Quests, expeditions.
Awaiting new horizons.
Alright, let's slow things down.
Steersman.
You at Barcelona. Nope, nope, not Barcelona. Sevilla.
Take the rudder.
Okay. Now, Cartagena. Nope, that's Valencia. Why does she want Cartagena? There's nothing here. Alright. Valencia. Do I have lumber, I have a little bit of steel. Alright, let's go ahead and start building out some things here. Just like we did in Norwich. Okay, there's that. Now, let's see. Let's do lumber out here. Okay, and then small warehouse.
Your ship has returned from its voyage.
Okay. Alright, so the next thing that we'll do is we'll focus on the Sunken Treasures expedition. Oh, wow. I didn't realize I could actually do that. Okay. Alright, good. Alright, so that'll start getting Valencia up and running. I should have a ship on its way here pretty soon. That's not it. Alright, rather than sit here and wait for that, let's go ahead back to the old world, and specifically Newcastle. Actually, let me check in on Norwich real quick.
We're fed at least.
Okay, so we've got 5 in each house. That's good. Alright, that's a couple more. Can I put in one more there? No, I can't. Okay. Are they ready for fish yet? No. They will, though. They will soon. Alright, let's go ahead and put in fish. And then the next thing that we'll do is schnapps. And I'll plant the potatoes up here. Yeah, we only need one more to get us to 50, and that'll put in the fish. Alright. That's in good shape. Let me check in on Newcastle, of course. Wrong port. Actually, you know what? Let's do this.
It's all right, this,
Let's
isn't
just
it?
pick a worker. They've got everything that they need. What about the artist?
Heard above the madding crowd.
So they have everything. Yeah, they have everything that they need. I have a feeling what happened is because we kicked in both Cartagena and, Valencia and Norwich at the same time, it hurt our expense numbers. But everything else seems to be okay. We could probably go ahead and put in for some more engineers, but that actually hurts us more than it helps us because we don't have the next level of need that the engineers have. Okay, so here is our ship of the line, and this is what I want to use for the expedition. So the DLCs are always kicked off via expeditions. You can see we've got a whole bunch of them here, but one of them is the Sunken Treasures expedition. It also falls under the book here. So,
Where are my charts?
the Queen has vanished. Sir Archibald has asked you to chase her over land and sea and find out what on earth she is playing at. We need rations, hunting, diplomacy, and navigation. And as you can see, the potential reward is a new region. So, we're going to use the Rising Sun. We need rations. It can be pretty much anything, but if we happen to... Wow.
Born by the waves.
If we
die
can get
by the
something
waves.
extra from it as well, that would be great. But I think for now, we'll just leave it at that. We also have diplomacy because of the letter of immunity, so that works well. We just now need hunting and navigation. Navigation should come from, say, the bosun. The map of domestic skirmish. Actually, but if we take the bosun will also give us force and naval power. So I think we'll take the bosun, and then hunting. Let's see, hunting. So we can take some fur coats. Actually, that's probably a smart move. Alright, so there's fur coats. And actually, let me do this. We'll just take 30. And then I want to also add in medicine. And the reason why is because it almost always comes up in every expedition. So I want to kind of be a little prepared for that. So I'm going to take 20 schnapps. We need to get more rum. The rum is not... That's the reason why we had the fluctuation. That was the fluctuation. We're not sending enough rum to Newcastle. Alright, we'll worry about that in a second. Okay, off we go. So Sunken Treasures is underway. That is the whole point of this season. Fantastic. Love it. We also could potentially do some zoological ones in order to increase our zoo, which I will want to do. I absolutely will want to do. And I will want to do I think it's an archaeological expedition, because at some point I do want to build out a museum. Right now we only have the zoo. Alright, so I need to look at my rum production. What is the problem here? Oh. See, this is very annoying. It thinks it needs 4 slots. The problem is the worker clothes, as long as that's dropped off at Barcelona, then it doesn't need the 4th slot. I wonder... Alright, let's do this. And do... There. Okay, now it shouldn't have a problem. I'll bet you what happened, it was only picking up 100 instead of 150 because it saw that as being the issue. So that's actually my bad on the way that I set up the route. Okay, that should clear up any future fluctuations, hopefully. Alright. Let's check in on Norwich real quick. Alright, they're up to 8 per house. Alright, that's good. Are we ready to flip to... Let's do... Farmer. And I think we do... Schnapps next. Yeah, we do Schnapps next. We still need another 10. Okay. How do I want to spread this out? Actually, let's do this. I also need a pub. Okay, there's the pub. Actually, I'm putting in the pub a little early. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and start putting together the schnapps farm. Let's put you... Actually, I'm going to put
You
you...
reached a new milestone.
Okay. Okay. Alright, so that's going to get me schnapps. I'm trying to start out with the minimums here.
How we've longed to get back to the blue.
Excellent. Worker clothes then are next. Alright, we'll let that run for a bit. Let's... Oh. I don't really need him. Oh, let me check on my Newcastle inventory here. Wrong place. Because if I have enough beer and such, maybe I can sell some to Anhap. Yeah, so I've got 219.
New orders, Admiral.
I'm gonna grab 100 beer. And take it down to Anne.
Sheets and braces.
She's got a quest also. Really, the only people I want to do quests for at this point are George or Mary, Lady Margaret. Because they'll increase the... Nope, that's not what I want. I'm trying to remember... Oh, here it is, diplomacy. Okay, so Anne's at 89. We'll get that to 100 in a minute. Oh, crap. I need to get over to...
Good and ready. Aye. Steersman.
Come on, pick up.
Take the rudder.
Okay. So if I can get there in time. Alright, let's go back over here to Valencia. So we've got lumber running.
I wouldn't call these lean years.
Alright, we need fried plantains are going to be next. I need more people though first. So let's put in some more Yornaleros. Let's see, how do I want to lay this out? Start with that. That should get us to the 50 that we can then start building out plantations.
Has my boats come in?
Yes.
You surprise me.
Okay, so that gave us 5 more for it. That put us up over 50 for Jean La Fortune. Where is that ship?
Awaiting new horizons.
So she now has a mate. Navigation of 10, force of 5, and self-repair of 100%. Of course, it also has the ship tool chest that gives me a ship self-repair of plus 600%. So we should probably give that to another...
Frigate first class.
Here we go.
Good and ready. A new commission?
Okay, there we go. Perfect.
Aye.
Okay. Any quests here? Another one for Isabel. I kind of want to hold off on that for now. Alright, let's focus on Valencia. How are we sitting? We are now ready for plantations. Excellent. Alright, plantations it is. Let's get you up and running. We need banana and we need fish oil. Fish oil is easy. Okay. And then banana, I'm going to put you out here next to this. Actually, no.
Stand aside, boss. Don't get dirt on your fancy shoes.
Where's the move button? There we go. Okay, we need 9 more. Okay. Alright, so that'll get plantations going. And that'll start to increase the population, get
People
them to 8.
celebrate your leadership.
Awesome. I love it when city festivals happen. Alright, so we're slowly but surely working on getting soccer balls and spectacles. I'm trying to remember what the thing was that we needed for the engineers. So we're slowly but surely getting our way there. Hopefully in the near future we're going to be getting information about the expedition. I don't know when we'll find out more information, but as soon as we do. In the meantime, let's go ahead and keep moving things forward here. Alright, that's going to take a little bit to populate. Let's go take a look at Norwich. Oh, has the ship made it to... Yes.
New orders, Admiral.
104K for the beer.
Should have praised it from your cold, dead hands.
Okay. Alright, let's go ahead and send you back to Newcastle.
Make sail.
And we go back to Norwich.
Like a frog on a lily pad, I is.
And they've got that. Excellent. So what's they're at negative 116. Alright, then let's do the following. Let us build enough farms to get us out of that hole. actually. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Put you there.
Could be worse.
Alright, so if we get work clothes in place, that'll increase the number of farmers and the coin. So we should probably do that quickly too. I'm going to try and keep like harvestable products on this side and farms over on this. So let's put in the sheep farm. Alright, we need to keep it away from the lumber. So we'll put you here. Oops.
All hands at the ready.
Okay, there we go. Okay. Oh, you... Alright, let's take a look at the expedition. A royal progress. Sorry about that. It is no coincidence that the trail of roses left in Her Majesty's wake has ended in this pretty continental town. But what could have caused her to cross a narrow sea? Poppy-flecked fields and mythical river valleys. She has not simply waltzed over for the ambiance. This is the heartland of her maternal family line, and she is here with a purpose. She's a queen. There must be a sign of her somewhere. So we have a 12% bonus chance because of hunting. 30% bonus chance for diplomacy, though. Ask a respectable-looking local if they've seen a fugitive queen.
Wild things pursue us.
They don't take much convincing to tell you what they know, especially when you seem so sympathetic to the challenges of peasant life. Passing foreign queens expect your silence for nothing, and yet it is you who must die in the fields for your masters when the harvest has failed. They grumble in recognition, noting that the queen considered the town to be beneath her and went off to stay in a nearby castle. It's now just a question of exactly which of her landed relatives she came here to visit. So again, same thing. Let's use the 30% chance for diplomacy. Use your knowledge of the royal family to make a guess. Your familiarity with the Teutonic dynasty stands you in good stead. Whispers at home are growing ever louder on the subject of the queen's suitors, and her cousin Ernest seems to be one of the front-runners. You visit the outspoken prince consort at his ivy-clad burg, and having presented a letter Sir Archibald gave you, he nods and leads you through its low, rib-vaulted ceilings, past gilt candelabras and canvas portraits. Though cordial, Prince Ernest seems a little twitchy. So again, 8% for medicine, 30% for diplomacy. Tell him that your only wish is to help the queen. Very well, agrees the prince. Once your persuasive speech has come to an end, my dear cousin has asked me to help trace our shared lineage and to establish the validity of certain claims she believes she has through ancestral ties to La Corona. He removes a map of the continent from his neatly arranged bureau. Your diplomatic immunity may prove important in the days ahead. What she plans may put her at risk, he sighs. There is to be a masked ball in Monegasque. You will find her there. Okay. So we are off to Monegasque. Excellent. Very good. Alright, I am going to make a quick move here. I gotta find my move tool. Because I want to move this over 2 slots. Work close. I want to put there. There we go. And actually, I moved it too far. There we go. Okay. That's a little bit better. So now we got sheep, we've got distillery, we've got work clothes. Norwich should be nicely growing now. It's got all of its happiness for the farmers. we can start to think about putting together workers, which will then get us the next step closer to creating spectacles. Now, the key thing that I'm going to need to figure out...
All my life savings.
Yeah, yeah, well, I'm getting ready to buy it back, lady. Because you're pissing me off. $106K. I think it would be a very good idea for me to try and buy one of hers.
Silver will not save you.
Well, nothing else will, because you're not doing anything to help me build my reputation with you. So, you know, it is what it is.
Lies never really disappear. My condolences.
Yeah, nothing's helping at this point. We're going to end up at war with her. I can almost guarantee. Thankfully, I'm continuing to build up a nice nest egg so that I can afford to do these things. But it can't last. Alright, so we've got plantations. We are at 104. We're not ready for the next level. We either need rum or we need a church. I think we're going to end up having to wait for the church because I can't afford rum going anywhere else at this point. Because I'm still getting fluctuations in my rum. Alright, let's put in some more farmers. I don't think that's gonna 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times 5. That's only another 30. Yeah, and we're still 90 away from ponchos. I mean, I suppose... Let me take a look at Barcelona real quick. Because if Barcelona's got enough rum in its stores... 153? Alright, let me grab... Here's what I'll do. I'm going to grab 50... rum and take it over to Valencia. And that should last, considering how small the island is, quite some time.
On our way.
What do you mean you've got no road? Oh, I put you right up against the... Okay. There you go. Sorry about that. My bad. Alright, so Kalchuk Plantation... I could actually start doing now. And
we have the devil to pay.
Oh, okay, hold on. Expedition. The Masquerade at Monegasque. Following Prince Ernest's advice, you travel by train along the sparkling Côte Turquoise to a grand station. I don't think I'm saying that right. Côte Turquoise to a grand station in the sophisticated Principality of Monegasque. Ruled for 6 centuries by the Piedmont family, today the streets of Monegasque are filled with color and light, for it is the grand opening of its very first casino. The theme is Animal Masquerade, and you see disturbing furred and feathered costumes at every turn. Convenient for a queen going incognito. Prince Ernest gave you his own invitation to the casino, but you'll also need a costume. So we're going to use the diplomacy again to get a bonus chance. Shamelessly walk in without a costume.
Too cultured for us scrubbers.
A few heads turn, but the doormen don't stop you. I'm a special guest of the Piedmont family, you say with a winning smile as you brandish the invitation Prince Ernest gave you. Expected to donate great sums to the cause, so you'll forgive my choice of attire. One of the doormen hands you a black eye mask, which you put on, reserved no doubt for exceptional circumstances such as this. Once inside the casino, you debate your best bet for finding the queen. Again, 30% chance for diplomacy. Try to mingle with high society. Your knowledge of royalty does not desert you. In a circle of the most elegantly dressed people, you spy a beautiful seguined elephant in whose hand is a foul mixture of claret and malt whiskey, the queen's favorite. Your eyes meet, and hers widen. She drops her glass, and there are gasps as she rushes for the exit. By the time you force your way outside, her carriage is set off at speed. You wave another cab down and get in. And we're off. Cool. Alright, so the Nandu farm. Can I... Yeah, it just requires... Okay, so I can actually start creating soccer balls here very rapidly without building up too much more. But I do want to get to... I want to make sure that we have enough Yornaleros to get the chapel so that we can increase their happiness. And then let me look at Madrid, because this is all based on Madrid. How much rum? Madrid has no rum. I have no rum going to Madrid. I wonder if Lady Margaret will give me a quest.
Crawl to me in hope.
Okay. Nope, never mind. Alright. It is what it is. And right now, the only rum that I have is going to Newcastle. So I need to get a new trade route going. Damn. Oh, Valencia can make rum. Okay. We're gonna... Alright. We got two things going then. We're gonna get soccer balls made here to go to Madrid. And we're gonna turn Valencia into a second rum production facility or island, so that we can start to produce rum and send it around to the interior islands here in the New World. Because that right now is what's not happening. Madrid doesn't have any rum. Barcelona, of course, does. But it's really the only one. And then Sevilla is our primary location for cotton and coffee, if I remember correctly. That's corn. Bananas. That's cotton. No? I wonder where the coffee's being made. It's not Barcelona. Barcelona's all rum. I mean, it's making cotton as well, but primarily for its own purposes. But it's making primarily rum here. Yeah, I don't know. Let me take a look at where
You
things
guide us
stand.
towards something bright.
Yeah, Barcelona doesn't have access to sewing machines like Madrid does, nor does it have access to beer. If we could get enough obreros, we could potentially start producing cigars here, I think. Where is the cigar production? There it is. No, Barcelona cannot produce.
I can't even dream what is yet to come.
Cigars, so we'd actually have to start moving cigars to Barcelona. Okay, let's focus on Valencia. Let me build out some more farmers, some more Yornaleros. Okay. And then maybe go ahead and start doing Calchuck now. Or maybe save that for the next episode.
We survive.
Yeah, I think we'll save it for the next episode because Ponchos really should be next. And that'll increase our population. The other thing to look at here is, can we do anything? Oh, soccer balls are a lifestyle need for Yornaleros. Well, that's interesting.
Admiral! Admiral!
Okay, let's see what the expedition has to say. The Cape of Trelawney. The Queen fled the casino at high speed, and your own carriage is some distance behind. Your driver thinks she's headed up the coast, perhaps to a ship. You can either keep up your pursuit, or else rush to your own ship, which, if the orders you gave to the captain had been followed, should be waiting in the Monegasque Marina. I think we get to the ship.
Set our bearings right.
Your ship is indeed waiting in the marina. Quickly, you rouse the captain and his crew and weigh anchor. Before long, twinkling Monegasque is behind you, and from the next bay you spot an impressive ship in the distance. How is she able to leave port so fast? You either can continue to chase Her Majesty, or send her a message of peace with your signal lamp. Alright, so 20% chance with navigation, 30% chance with diplomacy. We've been using diplomacy this entire expedition. I think we stick with it, so we're going to send her a message. You receive no answer. Looking at your message again, it does seem a little abrupt. Stop in the name of Sir Archibald. You pursue at a great distance towards Trelawney, the southernmost point of the old world, where not 15 years previous a great naval victory was won over La Corona by the heroic Admiral Nadaski. The lap of victory slows to a halt, and the Queen receives you rather icily aboard. With a gulp, you are finally able to ask why it is that she has run away.
I am not here to escape domestic dissatisfaction, but to address it. Our nation has lost its pride, but pride can be restored. This place, Trelawney, is the site of my father's great naval victory over our rivals, La Corona. We were the victors here at Trelawney, yet all the spoils remain in the lap of Poseidon. The scepter of Capon has long granted its bearers indisputable authority, but it sank to the depths, along with La Corona's fleet. I can still smell Father's victory here at Trelawney. It is his greatest legacy. Finding the sunken scepter of Capon, the trophy we never claimed for that victory, will remind us of our past glories and restore the people's faith in their monarch. We shall build a new capital of the realm here, perhaps call it Crown Falls, in view of the sparkling cataracts you see the island possesses. This may be my greatest legacy. Help me build it, and find the scepter, and I shall designate you Warden of Trelawney, my official representative in these waters. A humble outpost now, but it promises to become the largest capital of my empire.
Queen wants your metropolis to be built at Crown Falls.
Session unlocked.
So we now have a new region. Sail to the HMS Lap of Victory and receive the gift. And then create a small trading post. Okay, first of all, here is our rising sun. We need to sail to here. Oops.
Set sail.
So this is going to be our new region moving forward. And as you can see, it is ginormous. It is a huge location. with a beautiful set of waterfalls, a big lake, a river running all the way through the island, multiple coastlines, mountain ranges. It basically has everything from a mineral perspective, but it has very little in the way of fertility. It's basically designed to be a luxury spot more than anything else. So we're going to have to take that into account as we build it out. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and get our ship here as quickly as possible. And of course, we're opening up islands as we move along. It's almost here. There we go.
I could simply go to press.
Scarcity of beer in Barcelona due to shameful mismanagement means soul of society is draining away. The Queen offers you the materials to set up an outpost. Okay, so let's edit this.
My publishing house? I mean,
Shut up.
You make their human rights sound like luxuries.
You gained an influence bonus.
For what? Oh, for expansion. Okay, cool. Yeah, we've now reached Unifier for expansion, which gives us now a island workforce of plus 100 on every new island, which I think is fantastic. Okay, so I can't pick anything up is the problem here.
Ship of the line reporting in.
Alright, I'm going to have to drop all of this over the side to pick up this.
Steer us forth. Attention for the Admiral.
Okay.
More than ready.
Let's build our outpost. Build the trading post. There we go. And already has an attractiveness of 700.
New orders?
Yeah,
I
let's
can
go
see
pick up.
it. A brilliant metropolis rising here, from the memory of the victory my father masterminded. A shining new jewel in the crown of my empire.
A fire broke out.
Oh, of course it did. Oh, and ignore it? What?
Ceasefire has ended.
No idea why a fire would break out in Norwich. Makes no sense. Okay. Let me go back to...
I saw it from the deck. An impish little man, dredging up bits and pieces. He may be exactly what you require.
So, Queen wants to commission a treasure hunter,
A
sail to
competitor
Old...
raised a settlement.
Okay, that's fine. Sail to Old Nate's lighthouse. And we need to get to 100 farmers. So,
Ship of the line reporting in.
we'll go ahead and sail to the lighthouse. In the meantime, actually, no, stop. Stop. Let me drop off. I'm going to drop off the fish and that. We'll leave these two. Actually, I'll drop those off too. No reason to keep them here.
A competitor raised a settlement.
Alright, so we'll go ahead and sail to there. Let me go ahead and get farmers running here.
The fire has been vanquished.
There's that. And then I need wood. Maybe out here. Small warehouse. So we'll put the warehouse here.
Welcome to Trelawney, graveyard to thousands, the gift that keeps on giving.
Old Nate welcomes you
what
to
your
Trelawney.
Queenie wants is a diving bell. I could lease you my prototype.
Sure.
Being a prototype, I will ask you to sign a waiver for your life before you use it.
A waiver for my life. That's so awesome. Okay. So we got a lot going on right now. Let's go ahead and... Where's the diving bell? Here it is. Let's go ahead and do this first. Dive. We found scrap.
Do you think I got this far by throwing stuff away? Bring that rubbish to me. I'll polish it up.
Okay.
Dug up more than bones? Not half bad, eh? I can turn around your junk, so long as I get to keep the odd smidge of gimcrackery.
Now he wants
Try to coming
24K.
back up with nothing but scrap. I can point you to the good stuff for a reasonable fee. Watch out for the octopuses. They like to keep all the good stuff under wraps.
Okay. Dive at Old Nate's coordinates. Which are where? Alright, so let's do this. I'll take both of
Attention
you
for the Admiral.
and we'll send you to the coordinates. Okay. They are currently at 5. Alright, very good. Let's go ahead and put in a few more farms. Okay. Alright, so that'll start building up Cape Trelawney. In the meantime, let's go back to Norwich. Norwich should now be looking okay. Everyone is full. Everyone is happy. So now we can start to look at putting in workers here at Norwich. We also need to start expanding out things in Valencia. But I think for this episode, this was a perfect start to Season 2 of Professor Builds an Anno 1800 Empire. Or actually, I guess it should be Professor Expands an Anno 1800 Empire, now that we have a completely new world to explore. We also have a new mechanic with the diving bell. So a lot of things to do in future episodes. I already started writing down a list. In the next episode, we are going to really be making sure to get soccer balls off the ground so that we can get those over to Madrid and start building out, our artistas over there. We'll also start to build out the rum production on Valencia. So we'll spend some time on that. And then on Norwich, continue to upgrade Norwich to get it to workers so that we can start to put together the necessary materials for spectacles. That'll be what we'll do in the old and new world. And then, of course, with Cape Trelawney, we're now going to be trying to expand that out as quickly as we can, doing any diving tasks that Nate asks us for. But that'll be what we'll be doing in the next few episodes. So, welcome back to Professor Builds an Anno 1800 Empire. I hope you've been enjoying the content as I have. I love this game so very much. And if you have been enjoying the content, please make sure to hit the like button. And most importantly for me right now in my YouTube career, please make sure to hit the subscribe button. I am trying to get my YouTube channel to a point where I can become a YouTube partner, and that does require a certain number of subscriptions. I'm doing well with viewership. I'm doing well with number of minutes viewed, things along those lines, but I really could use some more subscribers. So if you are enjoying it, please make sure to hit that subscribe button and tell your friends about it as well. Hope to see you in the next episode of Professor Builds an Anno 1800 Empire.